The globalists are in a Katzenjammer. It is quite a wonderful spectacle just to see how wonderful innovation is, creativity, and compassionate action is allowing the generation and regeneration and rejuvenation of human spirit, human liberty, of good morals, and the creation of good, healthy, strong men and women building strong families for themselves in this country. And ultimately that is what stays strong in other countries around the world too. We see this movement going everywhere. It's also important that we continue to stay strong and we continue to fight forward. So, and obviously knowing the truth and the truth will set us free, it is very clear that there's absolute desire for a positive future for all of America's kins and all of our posterity. Honestly, it's sickening to know just the it's relentless, the tenacity of George Soros, who, of course should be it's just like the entire world's pointing their finger at George Soros now. It's like, no, I still want to run you. I'm George Soros. I want to take control and take your money and overthrow your governments and suck your country dry. And I want to do all these terrible things to you. Me and all my globalist buddies. We will never fall. We just love to tell lies and turn people against each other. That's right, divide and conquer. It's how we do. We love divide and conquer. Yeah, it doesn't work. Doesn't work, George Soros. You are in an unhealthy spotlight, but in a sense, it is very rejuvenating for the spirit of liberty. But not so much for you. You terrible monster. Gosh, and that's a horribly terrible understatement. He's just a terrible monster. Oh, what an understatement. Oh, and all the beautiful, lovely things that are going on around the world. I mean, not necessarily. They probably have something to do with George Soros, but sexual trafficking, drug cartels, these are really, really bad things. Wars, terrorism, violence, riots. This is terrible. History clearly shows and describes and portrays and teaches the lessons of things like what we're going through, and it should be absolutely obvious and easily seen, instantaneously. That's the sound of the jail door, the prison gate being closed on George Soros and Clinton. We should put them away while we actually build on, just think about that. Literally, as soon as the attacks stop, once the globalists are all in prison, then we'll notice something. All the attacks stop. All of them. There's no attacks, there's no violence because there's no one funding them, there's no one advocating for them, and there's no chaos. There's no more divide and conquer. But if that sort of mentality continues, if you see it out in the media, you see all these. We know who you are, so we know what's going on. But when you're all thrown in jail, the entire world not only heave a sigh of relief, but basically be able to be free and really roam the world with imagination, not in a current structure that we're living in. We can absolutely open up our minds and visions to anything because we'll be absolutely abundant in everything that we have. We'll be living in abundance. We'll be living in paradise. ultimately. And it's beautiful, absolutely creative, but we have to recognize, we have to know history, and of course we're all working together because that's important. Of course that's important, teamwork. For the U.S. Constitution, of course, and the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence and all of the, the great things that made, rights of man. This is just God-given rights, allowing us to step into this age of divinity and this age of Renaissance and Dragost and pure wealth, pure abundance, and pure love. That's what we're stepping into. And of course, the globalists don't like that. They're going in. They're just trying to hold on to the power, which it doesn't work. They're literally, because here's the thing: if we find out, which I'd love to reiterate, how just exactly how horrible the things are that they're doing, we would absolutely not stand for it. We wouldn't stand for it. It would be the most important thing, because it's just the most absolutely important thing. It impacts everybody's life. It's really the thing that impacts everybody's life, everybody's culture, and it impacts science, it impacts health. It impacts the way we perceive, and it allows us to open up our horizons in order to step into this world of freedom and liberty and independence. We have to establish, of course, the U.S. Constitution, and it's really beautiful, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we're creating, and we're creating absolute peace, creating paradise, and we have beautiful architecture, beautiful innovation, and limitless imagination, and we have God. The law of grace, the law of patience, law of love, all these beautiful spiritual laws and universal laws, we can help balance us and lead us forward. This peaceful realm is like an absolute, beautiful, wondrous existence, and it's commitment, dedication that we have to be committed to. It's peace, because it's literally divide and conquerists. They don't like peace. They don't like order. So they'll do whatever it takes to cause doubt. And we know what that means. We see it happening. We know what George Soros is doing. We know what Hillary Clinton has done. We know the puppets in the midst. It's clear to see. So now that we're awake to it, we can actually continue to accelerate humanity, continue to accelerate our vision, and continue to accelerate our passion, our posterity, and our prosperity above and beyond, in positive, magnificent ways that once again surpass all previous boundaries by a landslide, by a lot. This is a quickening that's absolutely exponentially quick. So it's healthy. It's healthy, it's prosperous, and it's palpable. It's a palpable energy, an absolute energy that radiates through everything, moves through everything. So I'm excited, I'm invigorated, I'm focused, determined, and We are in a state of determination for liberty, for freedom, for patriotism, for true patriotism, for love, for connection. And then, of course, as soon as we knock out these globalists, which won't be that long to do, once we knock them out, then we can go to the stars in a peaceful way, radiating peace, universal peace on Earth, and then continuing in the songs, the universal songs of the universe, in our galaxy, in our solar system, continuing in the beauty of life that goes on and on and on, forever and ever, eternally and infinitely, with love and joy. This is your host, Christopher Bowen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Pleasure to be of service. In heart, and spirit, mind, body, soul, thoughts. Action. Perseverance.